Hey everyone, welcome to Spin to Slim. My name is Spencer and I'm starting this channel to share something really personal. And that's my weight loss journey through cycling. At my heaviest, I weighed 354 pounds. I want to take you inside that struggle and show you how I'm fighting back one ride at a time. To be honest, living at 354 pounds was hard. Everyday stuff felt like a challenge. Going up the stairs, chasing my kids, even just having the energy to get through the day. I felt stuck in my own body. I'd tried different diets and quick fixes before, but nothing really stuck. And every time I failed, I felt worse about myself. One day, I realized I needed to stop looking for shortcuts and find something I actually enjoy. That's when I rediscovered something I loved when I was younger: cycling. I got myself an Aventon Aventure 3 e-bike, and it completely changed the game for me. It gave me a way to get moving again without feeling defeated right away. At first, it was just a few short rides, but those rides have started adding up. I was smiling, sweating, and most importantly, believing in myself again. So this channel is about more than just weight loss. It's about progress, consistency, and joy. I'll be sharing my rides, my weight loss updates, my struggles, my wins, and everything in between. If you've ever felt stuck in your own journey, I want you to know that you're not alone. If I can do this, you can too. If you're into cycling, weight loss, or just wanting some motivation along the way, hit that subscribe button and join me on this ride. Let's spin, sweat, and slim down together. Thanks for being here. Let's get started. Alright, so right now I'm going downhill. We're flying pretty fast. I'm going to take it to as fast as I can get it. Come on. Whew, that's a leg burner. I can get it to about 28. I have the tires set to about 15 psi right now. When I have them inflated a little more, I can go a bit faster. Okay, we're going to enter the bike trail now. That's the Columbia River out there. Beautiful river. We live in Tri-Cities, Washington. And one of my other hobbies that I've gotten into recently is boating. My dad, well, he had an 18-foot Bayliner boat, ski boat, and it sat for a long time. He didn't really have time to use it. My parents have a yacht, and so they like to do the yacht adventures. And so they don't devote much time to that Bayliner boat. Anyways, I inherited it from him, and he was gracious enough to actually give it to my wife and I. It's just really cool that we had the opportunity to get it from my dad, because otherwise I don't know if we would have really been doing boating like as a thing. I mean, it's kind of, it seems like an expensive hobby to break into. So we've been taking out that boat onto the Columbia River, and it's been a blast. So right now, I'm just looking at my stats. Okay, I'm right at the edge of zone 2 calorie burn. My heart rate's hovering around 150. It's exactly at 148. I'm going about 23 miles an hour, which is, we're cooking. That's a pretty quick speed. We are going to slow down here. This is kind of our first main break in the trail, so I'm going to downshift a few times. But yeah, we're gonna get a little bit of a closer view of the river. I'm riding in Pasco in Washington State. And one thing that's pretty interesting about this area is, you know, it's basically a desert climate. I'm sure when most people think of Washington State, they probably think of wet, green. Not the case in Eastern Washington though. There's a mountain pass between Eastern and Western Washington states called the Cascade Mountains. And I actually grew up in the Seattle area, and I ended up going to college at WSU, Washington State University. That was kind of my first taste of Eastern Washington. It's beautiful, you know. I grew up in the Seattle area, always had a lot of traffic. Here, not much traffic. Oh, I got something in my eye. I'm gonna probably turn on the headlights. To do that on the Aventon Aventure 3, you just hold down the plus button. Boom, now my headlight is on. And I'm hitting a lot of bugs. Oh boy. I am hitting a lot of bugs. It's that time of night. Oh man, they're on my arms and stuff. That's gross. Okay, we're on our second break. For this break, we just head down this little street here. We're gonna turn left into the trail. Now we're going on a portion of the bike path that actually has a separate section for pedestrians and for bikes. I'm a music teacher at a local elementary school. It's a pretty cool gig. I like it. You know, it was always my dream. I went to college and got a degree in music education. We got a little bit into zone 3 of cardio burn, but we're mostly staying in zone 2 right now. We're actually on the kind of the low end of zone 2. My understanding is zone 2 and zone 3, that's kind of where you want to be at. I actually went to Seattle last week and I biked there, but that was before I got my new camera. So I vow that we'll go back there soon. We're gonna hang a left here. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over this bridge. It's called the Ed Hendler Bridge. Okay, we're gonna go up it. Gonna use the throttle a little bit. I kind of forgot to downshift there. Now this path, it's not wide enough, I would say, for two bikes to be going at once past each other. One time I was going across this bridge and I came up upon somebody that was on their bike. They were actually on an e-bike as well, and we both had to slow down. We actually both had to get off our bikes and walk across each other. So just have to be prepared to do that is all, if you come up across somebody. But yeah, as you can see, there's barely enough width for me. I bet this is some cool footage here though. Probably looks like I'm screaming. I'm going about 20 miles an hour. I don't want to go much faster than that, because if I hit something, like that ladder, woo, that's not going to be a
I'm not looking at it right now because I'm looking straight ahead. But to my left is the Columbia River. Okay. May use full lane, it says. So bikes can be in the center of the lane here, which is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna claim my right to this full lane here. And now there's a bike lane. That's, you can see the dashed lines. So we just entered the bike lane. And we're just cruising. We're in Kennewick now. Woo! That's a low tree. This bike has turn signals, which is kind of cool. So as I cruise through this roundabout here, we're gonna use our right turn signal. It's only in the rear, so I'll do an arm signal. I'm 34, and as I said in the intro, I'm I was, at the beginning of this, 354 pounds. At the time of recording this, now we're gonna go into the shoulder here, I am now 329 pounds. I think it's 329.1. So I'm down, what's the math on that? About 24 pounds. It seems like I'm losing a couple pounds a week. And, you know, there's several things I've been doing. The main thing is diet. We're going into a dedicated bike lane now. But diet and exercise are the two big things. My diet, I try to target 225 grams of protein a day. Protein bars, protein shakes. The other thing I am trying is also GLP-1 or semaglutides. Regulates your appetite. I started this journey before taking that, but it's just kind of another thing I'm adding. Cycling is a huge part of this journey. It's kind of the main part of the journey for me. My parents bought me as a graduation gift a Trek, I think it's called an FX 7.2. I rode that sucker so much, and before that, my parents had a bike that I pretty much had taken on and used. Took it to college with me, rode all the time on it. In my early 20s, biking was a pretty big part of my life. And then unfortunately, it kind of fell away. And bad habits took over. And, you know, I tried over and over to lose weight. And I would be successful in getting some weight off. I would regain it. The habits wouldn't stick. As my wife's told me, I'm putting a lot of scaffolds in so that I can be successful with the GLP-1, the bike. Oh, and the other thing I forgot to mention, I'm doing strength training 2 to 3 times a week. And I use Apple Fitness Plus strength training with some dumbbells. We made a part of our garage into a little gym area. All right, I'm gonna take some water. I got my Camelback here. I've been going for about 35 minutes. Battery on the bike is sitting at 38%, but I started at 76, I think. So this bike does have a throttle. This is gonna be the first time I'm hitting it. Just to kind of keep rolling, but I am gonna give my legs a break. Like I said, this is an e-bike. It's allowing me to do things I didn't really necessarily think were possible for me at this weight. And And so I'm taking advantage of that aspect right now. Just cruising a little bit. The throttle only takes you up to 20, but you can pedal up to 28. All right, we are going to be entering the bike path. Okay, we're gonna turn right here. Ooh, it's getting dark. It is so pretty though. I'm really enjoying this vibe. This bike has cruise control. Obviously, that's not really a fitness feature, but it did become useful when I used the bike to go to my wife's work. Okay, we're at 43 minutes. Bugs are hitting me like crazy now again. We're at 26% battery. I'm not super worried about making it home. Right now we're in, actually I think we're in Richland technically now. You know what? If you're local to the Tri-Cities and you have like a place that you think I should bike, please tell me. I want to explore. I want to try new things. Pretty soon I think we're going to be going up onto the bridge that goes across the river again. So remember, if you remember, we crossed the Blue Bridge. Now we're crossing Interstate 182 Bridge. I don't even think there's another name for it. I'm going to kick it into boost mode to go up this hill. So I just go up to turbo and then up again to boost. It lasts for 30 seconds. And we're gonna pedal up. Okay, got downshift. Yeah, boost mode is pretty incredible. I mean, I'm going 19 miles an hour up this hill. Oh. And you know, the bike is about, I think it's like 76 pounds. Kick it down to sport mode now. So, you know, 76-pound bike combined with my, let's just round to 330. We're talking about over 400 pounds. So this motor is kicking up 400 pounds up that hill. You know, this path, I've ridden bikes at speed on. I would say the Blue Bridge, I would say you take a third off of this, maybe, when you got the Blue Bridge width. I see a light down there, so someone's down there. Hello. We are coming out of the bike trail onto the street. And now we are on Court Street in Pasco. I'm at about 55 minutes, and my legs are ready to call it, buddy. We're ready. Because the battery is only at 8%, I am feeling less power. One thing about this bike, you definitely notice there starts to be less power when you're below 10%. I think it's just trying to conserve energy. And if I hit the power button while we're rolling, oh yeah, now it's telling me my odometer and my range. My range is 2.6 miles. I know a clickbait title for this. Almost ran out of power. Almost didn't make it. We'll see how I do on this hill. Going both ways. We're clear. We're in eco mode at the moment. And we're moving, you know. Making it happen. This is definitely a lot of burn. Let's see if it can do. Boost isn't available right now. Oh. Let's lower the gear. Oh. Yeah, it's not giving me much right now. Go down a gear. Oh, I haven't experienced this scenario yet. This one's new. Okay. All right. All right. This is what happens when I'm on full throttle. Significantly underpowered, going 6 miles an hour. Okay. Oh man, am I gonna make it? I'm definitely charging this battery when I get home. Okay, upshift. Okay, now we're going 17. Mostly under my own power. I can hear the motor going a little bit. Oh, my legs. That's good for me. It's good for me. Push, push, push. Push, push, push. Oh. Okay. We made it to where I at least know there's flat ground. So we're reading 4%. One mile in the tank. Barely giving me anything right now. Enough to go 10. But here we are. Made it home.